Trysta Krick, bet MGM Tonight. Is today as miserable for you as it is for us?
So this is what happened, guys. Game one, after game one, Warriors were plus 140 to win it all.
Mm-hmm.
I put a pretty large bet on the Warriors to win it all after game one.
Mm.
I also, last night, when the Warriors were plus 140 on the money line, I put a decently large size bet on that as well inside of a baseball parlay for plus 750. My only regret was not taking the Warriors to win by more on the alternate line, minus whatever you could get. Minus 4.5 was about as high as you could get for just like to beat that line. At plus 225, plus 250, it would have been a bigger payday. So I'm happy that I made money. I'm actually probably going to place money on the Warriors to win it all just in case again, to come out of the West just in case again. And probably all season long, I'll bet on them to lose, to win as well, just in case. Because it's like, there's no better feeling. I encourage everyone who feels like us, which like we're very firmly in the, I don't even think it's the Warriors per se. And I don't want to speak for you because those guys are likable, but it's like everyone around them that I don't like.
Mm-hmm.
It's like the fans and especially even our colleagues at Odyssey that cover the Warriors, like 75% of them, I like catch me in the streets kind of vibes. So.
Oh, no.
Like extremely thin, like extremely defensive. I don't know if you saw or heard the interview that they had with Windhorst on the Morning Roast. It was just gross. And like, we're going to crip walk on the parquet floor for sure. Game 6. It's just like, it's just like, I mean, we go to the games and we're credentialed media members, but we're actually in our Boston or in our Warriors gear in Boston, like with the media credential underneath our jersey. Like you don't really have a seat, but you're not really working. Like all that stuff is gross to me. So for those who feel like me, I encourage you to do this. Put money on the Warriors if you can ever get them plus one money to win the game. And there's no, like even when the bet looks dead, there's just no negative feelings. It's just either way, you're just laughing. You're just happy. Like literally, I was like doing the young jock dance last night when the Warriors were out of that 22-0 league. So I was like, I'm about to make money today. Yes, I am. And it starts to mess with your mind too, because you start to like them because they make you so much money.
I mean, that's the whole thing. If they're going to ruin your basketball life, at least get paid from it. You know what I mean? It makes them extra money from it. One day, I'm gonna tell you, Trysta. One day, we got 7 of us or 5 of us. Excuse me. We're gonna sit down.
Yep.
Me.
The 7 is who?
It's gonna be me, Damian. It's 5 actually. It's me, Damian, Bonte, Butch, and Trysta. We're gonna sit down. We're gonna
The butcher man.
We're gonna champagne and campaign, and we're gonna have a nice.
I'm misunderstood, boys. I'm misunderstood.
And that's what I would tell them. I'd say you're misunderstood, and now they're misunderstood. We gonna make it happen. We gonna champagne. We're gonna have a good time.
I think we're both misunderstood for the same reasons too. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't think, and I think about this a lot. Like last night, I tweeted, that Steph with the ring.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, Steph to his parents, like,
okay, Trysta, you can't.
And I said,
you can't say that, Trysta. You can't.
That was funny.
Why not? Like, why not? When you come from, just because I have a blue check mark, like I can't try to get jokes off. You know what I mean? So
I thought it was very funny.
I think when people
it's very funny
looking at me, who I am in my physical body, and the blue check mark, they're like, what is this? Like, it'd be like, I'm not ever going to compare myself to like Woj or Haynes or like any other. But if I saw like somebody who was like a real media member tweet that, I'd be like Roz Gold Awude or something. I'd be like, wow, that was bold tweet.
You're listening to D'Lo and Casey on ESPN 1320 KIFM West Sacramento, KRXQ HD2 Sacramento and Odyssey Station, and driven by last year's Elk Grove Dodge. You think they're primed to run it back?
Yes, absolutely. Until they don't run it back. Like I said to you guys, they're not champions until they're champions. And now they're not champions until they're not champions.
Yeah, I saw they're the favorites right now, 5-1. But I was surprised to see Brooklyn and Boston have the same odds, and they're right behind them. Really, is I think Golden State's 5-1, Brooklyn and Boston are 6-1. So
that makes no damn sense. Brooklyn being 6-1 is like Brooklyn being 6-1 last year. You know, it doesn't make a whole lot of sense. What else did you guys see that you thought was interesting? I thought the Nuggets at 14-1 was interesting. I thought
but we're back in on the Clippers, it looks like.
And rightfully so. Rightfully so. I think the Clippers are going at least to the Western Conference Finals.
Man,
they're going to be better than Phoenix.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, you're talking about guys that they stole from us that Norm Powell, Rocco, the resurgence of Rocco, Kawhi back in the fold, PG, like Reggie Jackson. They've got good wing talent. Like, they've got a good squad. They've got a lot of pieces that you're like, this is scary hours. And they've got legit ball handling, which obviously Boston did not have.
Dallas stands out to me too. Like they're all in on Dallas, not only running it back but getting better.
Yeah, and I'm not going to believe that until I see it.
See, I don't know about that. Like, Christian Wood, as much as I like him as a bucket getter, he doesn't exactly move the ball around. So when he goes there, he's like the big man version of Trae Young. It's like ISO on me, So I don't see necessarily Luka loving that. And maybe he will. Maybe J. Kidd will get him to buy in and play defense and kick out and, be a better version of Maxi Kleber or something. That kind of feels like what they want to do. Does that sound disrespectful? Because you laughed. You kind of smirked.
No, a little. I mean, maybe a smidge. maybe a smidge. Max Kleber, there's nothing wrong with him. He's fine. He's a good ball player. He's fine.
He has proven to show up in playoff moments, which Christian Wood has not shown us yet. So I'll be waiting for that.
Yeah, it's different under them lights, man. And we saw that some people feel like, I think it's a little crazy to say Tatum got under them lights and he wasn't able to perform. Like, the playoffs weren't them lights. Like, the guy was having an unbelievable playoffs, but they say the finals maybe shine a little brighter or whatever the case may be. He had a terrible series. Where are you at with Jason Tatum?
I think in about 10 days, the think piece is going to come out where Jason Tatum was dealing with like a separated shoulder or like a lat or trap impingement or something. He's gonna do a little cleanup. He's gonna go and work himself out. Can't you guys see, like, we saw that he was playing through something?
If he got a text from Bron last night, like, maybe like, hey,
should have went to the podium in a sling.
Come out in a sling. Like, trust me, come out in a sling. It'll work.
Or a wheelchair. Wheelchair would have worked too.
Damn, can you get a cast made? How quickly can you get a cast made?
Can we just get an air cast? Like an air cast in a sling.
Come out with a Norma Tech on his arm, just completely inflated.
Just like his whole body's kind of like, what's up with you there?
We got a chance to talk to Q yesterday about some of the rumors regarding the Washington Wizards, and Adrian Wojnarowski mentioned this before the game yesterday, that Jaden Ivey has become the object of every general manager's eye there, in the Sacramento Kings sitting at the number 4 spot. What do you think happens next week in the draft?
Guys, how did this happen so fast? Do you know what I'm saying? Like, the last week, he must have blown folks away in the workouts. You know what I mean? Because the last time we saw Jaden Ivey, he was airballing open threes against a D3 team in the tournament, right? Like, I would imagine it's different playing in an NCAA tournament and not playing well than it is in a closed gym environment with, some other guys coming in, whether that's the combine or, team workouts or whatever. I don't personally get it. I don't think he's really a 2. I don't think he's really a 1.
I think part of it is he's a really good kid and he's super charming. And I think I think he's won people over. In addition to you can, if you're looking for something on film, I think you can find it.
Mm-hmm.
So when you get those other intangibles to it, and the fact that you meet the kid that you like him, I think that adds to it.
Let me tell you a little story about Drew Lock.
Oh no!
This is why they don't understand it. This is why they don't get it. I met Drew Lock pre-draft, and we talked for probably 15, 20 minutes. And I could have been like, I was so wooed by Drew. I thought he was going to be a perfect fit for what they were trying to do in Denver. You're like, absolutely great kid, funny, high IQ, says all the right things. I've seen some film where he makes the right reads, has a decent arm. Yes. And then Drew Lock is Drew Lock, right? I'm not going to say that's what I'm not going to like compare them in that way, but like, don't get finessed because of how someone is in the room, because John Morant doesn't come across like that, like proper in that way in the room. And he's that guy. You know what I mean? Like there are some players that don't come across like that. Christian Wood apparently didn't come across like that. And so there's a lot of negative tweets about him, but he can still play. So I don't know. I don't like that. I think there's something about that. I don't know.
Sure. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Do you guys know what I'm saying?
No, I completely get it. I get it. I'm trying to make sense of.
Yeah. What do you guys think you're going to do? Like, you guys think you're going to hang on to 4, or like, what do you like 3 options? What do you think you're going to do? What do you want them to do?
Well,
I know quick secondary question for you, Casey. Are you off the Shaden train yet?
No,
you're not. Even though he's like killing his workouts, people are saying mean things.
Yeah, I think people are insane that think that he's not going to be good. I understand the concerns because you don't have a whole lot to go off of, so I get that. But if you just kind of anybody that's seen him play is like, nah, he's the truth. He's the real deal. So there's that. I think to answer your question, I think especially after the whole little Woj, impromptu thing yesterday, I think they're looking to move the pick. If they have to, I think they'll draft Jaden Ivey, but I think they want to move off of it, move back.
What do you think, Damien?
Unless if there's not a perfect trade to move back in, I'd rather they move up. I want Paolo Banchero.
Oh, of course. Absolutely. Do you think that there's a trade scenario where the Rockets say yes to that?
No, I think it'd have to be the Thunder.
Yeah.
The Thunder.
Yeah.
I think they'd have to move up to 2. And part of me thinks with all of this, talk yesterday, Woj listing like 12 teams interested in the 4, Sam Presti like salivating. If you could move up to 2, let Sam Presti figure out what to do it for. Sam Presti will turn that into
Chet Holmgren.
47 new picks and a new stadium in Oklahoma City or something somehow.
I don't know necessarily if Houston takes Chet at 3.
Yeah.
Does Houston move back if you jump and they say, well, we can't get Paolo, we don't want Chet, we don't want Jaden because we have KPJ. We already have kind of like a backcourt for the future with Jalen Green. So maybe we'll move. We don't want Mathurin. I don't know. I think you move back.
Are you afraid of Chet?
Me?
Yeah, like why wouldn't Houston take him?
I just don't know that he like fits into what they want to do. Like that, does Chet seem like a look at the roster of the Houston Rockets right now?
Yeah,
guys.
I'm the wrong guy.
You know what I'm saying?
No, but look, I'll tell you this. I think Chet would fit in just fine with those dudes. like listen to the Chet talk.
Yeah.
No, I think it would be just fine in Houston.
Yeah, no, that's fair. That's fair. It would only take a few minutes. You know what I mean? For them to assimilate.
Chet would be good.
I mean, he would be a monster there, though. He would really be a monster.
I struggle getting a feel for him. It's just Paolo that I've taken.
I told you guys this. I saw Paolo live, and it took me 7 minutes, maybe, watching him just warm up. And I was like, my Lord.
Don't we hear a lot of that, Damien? Like, and we heard that like 3 or 4 times. Like, I saw him live. I saw
Same
him warm ups, and I was like, yo, this.
And then you see him play for. So then I'm watching because they gave me awesome seats in the ACC game and the ACC tournament, and at Barclays, and I was literally right across the court from Coach K, like same level, first level court, basically courtside, just right behind the scores table, and you're watching him and his feel for the game, and you're just like, they won't give him the ball. Like they just won't. Every time the ball is in his hands or he's near the ball, good things are happening. Not only is he just more athletic, it feels like he was the emotional leader when things were going bad. I watched the Miami Duke game, and when things were going bad, he was the one creating the huddle. He was the one kind of initiating, and he just wasn't really a high usage guy because of Coach K. So for me, when you see him, you're like, wow, he's bigger than everyone. He's like a lot bigger. He's way faster and savvier than he looks on TV. And he's just, I mean, the way that he shoots the three, it's just wet. Boom, 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 boom. He's barely even off the ground either. Like no effort to his movements.
Yeah.
You got a show to do, Trysta. We appreciate you. Thanks as always for hanging out with us.
I appreciate you guys.
Hang in there, Trysta.
One more question. What happens to my Blazers?
Matt.
Yeah, they're out. Yeah, they're trading.
Yeah.
You think, so you two are split.
I said Matherin.
I'm saying trading. They're out. They're gonna figure. They're gonna try something else.
Did you see Detroit wants Matherin now?
Yeah, I see Matherin. That dude.
I've been on the Matherin train since October. Like literally, I've been pounding. Yo, get Matherin, and now it's like I've talked too loud.
See what you did? You lost your pick now. Now
not me, but I don't want AJ Griffin at this point.
Hey, Trysta, welcome to win now territory. You got to find a win now player to help Dame out. You're in no man's land.
I guess if we get, I know that. Haven't we been there, like literally languishing in the second round of the playoffs with win now? I mean, I'd rather go the other way. But if we can get like an OG Anunoby or a Lou Dort, I would be fine with a Lou Dort and the 12th pick for 7.
You could find some articles out there that got Lou Dort going for the 4 pick. Yo, they're out there. Like, God, you really think this organization is stupid? All right, Lou Dort for the 4.
You all know.
Oh man.
What about Lou Dort for their, what was it, the 12, the 13? And how about that Lou Dort plus the OKC pick for 4?
Nah, I need a little more than Lou Dort. Like I'm looking for at least a starting forward.
Yeah, I mean, you guys have too many guards anyway. You don't need an undersized 2 guard.
Yeah.
Defend.
Still got to figure out Dante, what Davion's doing. Yeah, no,
you got too many. Yeah, you got a lot of redundancies.
We've got problems, is what we have. We have problems.
Got to still move on from Rashawn Holmes too. Got to still figure that piece out. Fun stuff for the Kings.
Well, we could talk to y'all. Like we could make some things happen with Portland.
Yeah, Anthony.
Like we're holding on to Nurk. Feels like that's what's going on.
Oh, good for you.
I didn't see that coming.
Good for you.
Rich Paul is going to stick the knife in and turn it on us. We're going to overpay for Nurk. You just watch.
Damn.
Gonna stick the knife and you turn it all in an effort to get Dame Lillard somehow to Los Angeles.
Yeah, that's it. I'm out of here. Send me to the Lakers. Love you guys. Talk